Hey traders, checking in on the stock market today. Some spooky technical analysis tonight. So the charts showed us yesterday that the consolidation was no big deal and it was healthy. The headlines and the news told us the world was falling apart. The charts had it right, and fear is alleviated in the short term. Let's check it out.
Introducing the Chart Guy's Swing Report, a weekly digital publication that uses technical analysis to identify long-term market opportunities. Understand the market from a swing trade perspective. Follow institutional money as it rotates from sector to sector, and make the most of the Swing Report's weekly trade opportunities, with key entry and exit levels provided. Performance is tracked and updated weekly. For more information, visit us at chartguys.com. Now, let's check out some charts.
So SPY bulls picking up where they left off and a new all-time high, surging higher, complete control. Here's the sell-off yesterday, hourly higher low overnight, no big deal for the bulls, and continued strong uptrend into today. Blue sky breakout, daily time frame looking at it. Actually, let's go to the 4-hour. Got a nice clear 4-hour uptrend to be watching in the short term here, and this is on the S&P 500 futures chart. So we'll call anything above 375, 375, 660. Anything above that is a 4-hour higher low, keeping the bulls in complete control. A lot of euphoria out there, no doubt about that. Bitcoin relentlessly surging higher. Tesla relentlessly surging higher. So we always know to be cautious when there's euphoria everywhere, but we're certainly not going to be constantly fighting bulls when they continue to prove to us strength and the bears continue to fail to prove anything to us. IWM, straight up bounce. New all-time highs, tons of strength the last 3 days. Pretty quick little weekly bull flag, only lasting one candle. And hourly uptrend is our short-term guide when we lose the hourly higher lows. Lots of names, now with plenty of space to form daily higher lows. Just looking at SPY, if we lose the hourly uptrend and consolidate, we've got our line in the sand from Monday down at 364.82. And here we are, $14 above that level now. QQQ, nice recovery. All-time high today. Not significantly. We broke the all-time high by less than $1, but bulls are strong. Line in the sand from Monday is 305.18, and we are currently almost $10 above that level. Bulls definitely want another green day tomorrow to see that follow through to eliminate any possibility of that being a little short-term double top. Healthcare surging higher. Weekly equilibrium broke bullish, and the bulls have not looked back. Daily time frame, tons of space for a higher low compared to the low of Monday. And again, the hourly uptrend is our short-term guide. And we have a little support here of 116.35 to be watching tomorrow. Financial sector, gap up open and profit taking, second big gap up open in a row. We are making our way back up towards the all-time high with limited resistance here. We hit 31.26. The gap at 30.60 has filled. 31.38 is the all-time high, and we're right there. Plenty of space for a daily higher low next time we consolidate. Biotech sector. Pattern of a lower high every day for 6 days. And the shift was on when the inside bar broke bullish. That triggered my entry. Swung that position for 2 days and exited it today. Scaled out a couple positions. And just because that was my game plan for the trade. Could we V-shape and break all-time high 152.70? That's a possibility. We're down a little bit here after hours. But I'm sticking to my game plan. Anticipating a daily lower high is the more likely scenario. And if we get that daily lower high, we can then be watching for a daily higher low compared to 138.91. And if we get a new all-time high, that's great for the bulls. But I personally was a bit more exposed as far as number of positions than I've been in a very long time. The first week of the year has started off great, getting over 10% of my annual goal out of the way already. And just trimming down now. Again, if I'm going to, be at that point, 10% of my annual goal in the first week, I'm going to start scaling back positions. Because again, the last thing I want to do is succumb to the euphoria that the market is seeing right now. SMH, breaking out, new all-time highs, bulls in complete control. Tons of space for a daily higher low. Solar sector, second gap up, open in a row, indecision candle today. So similar to the financial sector in that regard. And if the low of today breaks tomorrow, we know to look for a daily higher low. What the last 2 days have done is essentially give everybody significant cushion to work with where we know that the next time we consolidate on the daily, unless we're seeing massive bear volume and all of our bear check marks are being triggered, we know to just be scouting daily higher lows. The VIX back down towards the low, 22.10, 21 even, 19.50. Moves short-lived, lasting 1 day. This one lasted a couple days, but it wasn't a very significant move. Have to see more than just 1 day for it to mean anything. The dollar continues to attempt to change the trend, and it did on the 4-hour, so that's notable. Daily time frame, EMA 12 resistance still in play, and I would consider anything on this bounce under 91.02 to just be a daily lower high. So I would need to see the dollar bulls bounce significantly enough to anticipate a daily trend change is then the most likely scenario. And it seems in the current environment, this changes on a daily basis. Again, I talked about the correlations yesterday, and it seems like the metals care more about the dollar in this moment than the broader market does. But we're going to constantly be keeping an eye on that dollar. Gold, inside bar. If it breaks bullish tomorrow, our daily higher low is set. If it breaks bearish, we know that is not the case yet. So it should get some nice clarity in the short term on both gold and silver. Same setup with this inside bar. Still very strong overall. Silver is stronger. Let's look at XAU, XAG. It's been a while. And this shows us who's stronger, gold or silver. If it's in a downtrend, silver is stronger. And this shows us that silver has been stronger for months and months at this point. Miners. Daily higher low already set. So again, the last 2 days, the miners are showing us a bit more bullish action than the metals themselves. Higher low is 37.47, and the bulls need a break of 39.01 to confirm daily continuation. And if the metals break their inside bars bullish, we'll be watching for the potential that GDX sees that daily continuation. Oil, bulls keeping their complete control. 4-hour double bottom held at 49.48 and 49.49. New 4-hour higher low is now 50.43, and resistance is 51.28. And then where's the next resistance after that? I have no idea. 51.28, 51.62, and then 53.60. Oil bulls back in complete control. What's the energy sector doing? Going up with oil. Nice solid 3 days here on the back of oil. Natural gas. Daily inside bar. If we see a bear break of 2659, daily consolidation is underway, and we will be scouting that daily higher low. And then the bull break is what the bulls are obviously hoping for. So we'll scout the higher low, and then we have to break the 270s to see our monthly higher low set. So scouting a daily higher low if the inside bar breaks bearish, and we see that consolidation underway. So today, what did I trade? I was mostly managing positions I was already in and taking profit. I did do a couple flips of DDD. How about this candle? Wowza. From the open, not just a gap up open for big gains, from the open of 1236, we ran 100%. Then we pulled back from 25 to 19. We pulled back 20%, and then we bounced 20%. That's volatility. So that is what I want to find as a day trader, and that's how I came across, Tesla and NIO. I wanted names with a lot of volatility on a consistent basis. Seeing that daily candle, I can now say DDD will see significant volatility the next few days. We're going to be watching for tightening ranges, and we're getting one on the hourly right now. High, higher low on the hourly. We're scouting a lower high, but there's tons of range percentage-wise within that tightening range, and then we're just going to wait for it to break. So I know now that if I want a day trading volatile name to just be watching DDD on a daily basis for probably the next week plus. And I'm looking forward to trading it more. Traded it a few times in both directions today, and it ended up being, I was playing the bounce here looking for that hourly higher low. And I ended up taking one small loss, but then getting the bounce. Watching for an inverse head and shoulders, 2041 and 2040 very clearly is now our resistance level. That level has to break for any bounce to take place. We dropped to a lower low with a lack of bear follow through. We then headed up towards resistance, failed again, and I entered on this 2-minute higher low, looking for a 2-minute inverse head and shoulders. We saw a move up, we rejected from resistance, I stopped out. I kept my stop real tight under 1987. As soon as I stopped out, I zoomed out, and I said, okay, well, if it's not a 2-minute inverse head and shoulders, maybe it's a 5-minute. And it was. We set our 5-minute higher low at 1965. I re-entered shortly after at, 1995. And then as soon as we broke 2040, it was game on for the bulls, and I scaled out definitely a bit early, but scaled out up to 21 and had a nice solid day maker plus. So again, keep an eye on DDD for day trading volatility from here. I'm watching Tesla tomorrow for a gap up open climax top. Certainly do not suggest shorting it unless you have a lot of experience and have clearly defined risk levels and you have the discipline to stop yourself out if you are wrong. But I'm looking short Tesla tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Do good things. We got a snowstorm rolling in tonight. And we'll see you next weekend. It's 3 a.m., I got work in the morning, and you Blue Jays in my front yard, bunch of punks, supposed to be tough. What, square up, you wanna go? Get out my front yard. Hey you, what you doing? Someone, throw down, let's go. Hey kid, you think you're tough? It's my corn, it's my yard, get out of here, punks. Go to bed. It's my corn, my yard. I'm a brown thrasher.